Hey everyone, today I am creating some very simple cards using leftovers from a previous project. I will put links below to how I created the sentiments, and I've got a bit of a hints and tips video about that, as well as the February 2023 SheetLoad of cards video, which is where I used this Honeybee Stamps Love Letters paper pack. I've got these strips left that are 4 inches by 2 1/4, and I'm going to mat them in some heavy white paper just to give them a nice white border around the edge. And I'm also going to use some craft paper, which is going to do a base layer for me that is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So on an A2 card base, it's just going to give me a bit of a white border around the edge. This is a little snippet here of how I created the sentiments, and I've got all the details in the other video, but basically you can do one stamp with 4 sentiments onto the circle, chop it up, and all of a sudden you have 4 sentiments ready to go. It is an excellent way to create bulk sentiments, and I often do that so that I have spares in my stash that I can use on future projects. And I guess in this instance, this video is one of the future projects where I'm making use of those leftovers. I've already pre-cut the white layers, and they are 2.5 by 4 1/4, so I've just got a 1/4 inch border around the edge. I've pre-cut them because this is such a simple size to line up. If you just lay it on top and get 3 of the sides correct, as long as when you've cut the rectangles, you've done them carefully so that they're correct size, you will not have to then trim them any further. They will be perfect and ready to go. The other thing I'll mention is I love these quarter circle sentiments. They're so unique, and they're best used when the pattern paper piece is wider than 2 inches. That's because they've been cut down from a 4-inch circle, which means the width of each of them is actually 2 inches. I'm just sorting through all the pieces now that they've all got the layers, and I'm putting them into color combinations because I'm feeling like it's such a simple card that I would like to make a conscious decision about whether it's a hello card or a hooray or a thank you so much. I'm thinking that the hooray could be a celebration of some kind, whether it's birthday or someone gets a promotion or they get into college, or it could be anything. But sometimes you just want something super simple, and that's what these cards are going to be for. So I'm looking at, a thank you, and I did use thank you so much quite a few times, and then I think I used the hooray. I can't quite remember what I used for the check. Okay, here we go. I used just a standard hello card. So very generic, can use that for many purposes. I will mention that I'm creating loads of cards here using up the rest of a paper pad, and I did not even make a slight dent into the number of sentiments that I have. So I was very generous with the number of sentiments that I stamped when I did my earlier project, and I will use them on many more down the track. So I have a question for you. I do not use Facebook for sharing craft projects. I have my YouTube channel, and then I have an Instagram account, and so I share a picture of my project with a link to the YouTube video. But do you use Facebook for crafty projects? Are there good groups out there for sharing your creations? I have not investigated it, and I'm not sure that I want another social media outlet. But if you do see that any of those groups would appreciate my videos or cards, then it would be amazing if you would share the links. So maybe I can ask you to do that on my behalf so that I don't need to set up a whole new account. Okay, so I'm now just attaching these with liquid glue. This is a really fast project. I sat there and did these while watching, I think, a movie, and I think during that movie, I managed to create something like 35 cards, and it's just so repetitive. Like I didn't have to think too hard. I just did each stage one by one. It was true bulk card making at its finest. And I did manage to use up some leftovers and use a color palette that I really enjoy. These bright oranges are fantastic, and I tend to love using craft as a background color. The white border really just seems to pop. So running through and adding these was pretty quick. I have put another video here that I think you might enjoy. Have a great day.